Now, Shinju and Alexis are still thinking about the battle situations with Gridman, which she actually thinks that is actually Hibiki, but she doesn't actually know it yet because Hibiki is Gridman, but she still needs to find proof of it, in which she actually decides to hitch a bus ride with Rika and still talking about Hibiki and still talking about his memory loss, in which Namiko and Haas actually asked Rika if she free Saturday because the YouTube sensation Arcadia actually going to hang out with them, in which Rika doesn't actually know about Arcadia, in which she actually show her the video about Arcadia, a internet sensation which the members are Ima, Takatu, Yamato, and Ari, which is a four-man group of a YouTube stars, which they decided to hang out with them Saturday, in which Rika is actually going, and also Shinjo is going as well, in which we actually knew something was up, in which we actually knew that Hibiki and Yusumi actually going to follow them, along with Caliber and his friends, in which we knew that Shinju is actually going to create a monster, in which we actually knew what that monster is going to be, in which we actually seen them hanging out, in which Hibiki is actually jealous for some reason, and we all knew about anime couple shifting, but we actually didn't realize how jealous that Hibiki is when Rika actually talking to Yamato, in which they actually went into a karaoke bar, in which Shinjo is still wanting to talk about Hibiki, but then Yamato actually bumped into her about the icon that she actually uploaded into her phone, which she actually has the alien on it. But then she actually left, which she's still upset about Yamato being rude to her, in which she actually heads back home, in which and also Hibiki and the others are actually at the karaoke bar to find out which room they are in which Caliber decide to go back, go barging into rooms, which they pull him back, which he doesn't actually need them to be weird, but then they actually saw them leaving the room, in which Hibiki saw Rika and Yamato talking. And so we actually knew that she's became jealous. In other words, he actually is jealous that Rika is talking to him. But just then, we actually went to Shinju's house where she actually met Auntie, who she's still mad at him for losing to Gridman, which she actually drew her phone at him. In which, and the other point that she wants him to kill Arcadia, but he doesn't actually want to do it unless it's Gridman. But then she throws her phone at him again. So she decided to create a monster to get rid of Arcadia herself, in which we actually saw Takatu to get a phone call from Ame, in which he actually told him about Armai, in which he actually told him about Ari, in which the phone actually cut off, which Takatu is actually being killed by the kaiju, which he actually can't see it because of the fog, in which Arcadia is still going on, but Yamato is still there as a single member, which Arcadia is actually usually have 4 members. But then Rika actually knew something was wrong because Shinjo didn't actually came. But then she actually met Yamato, and then he was actually attacked by the kaiju when the mist actually appears, in which Caliber actually came to his rescue. But Gridman actually told Hibiki to transform so they can defeat the kaiju. And not only Anti actually transformed to defeat Gridman himself, but Caliber and Max decide to transform as well, along with Blur and Vite, in which Max doesn't only do a transformation as Battle Tango Max, but Blur and Vite actually do a transformation as well, which they actually call Buster Blur and Sky Ventor, in which they are about to transform their Gridman forms, but however, it's actually frozen. So Rika decided to unplug the computer and decided to start it back up, at which they all came out of the computer, and Gridman, Hibiki, and Max decided to transform to Max Gridman and defeated the kaiju after Anti-Droid into the sky, in which he actually used his signature technique, lightning kick, and he defeated the kaiju. But just when Anti decided to attack Gridman, his sensor goes off, and he actually powers down, which he's at his limit. At which Hibiki decided to courage up after a talk with Max to ask Rika out, at which he actually succeed. But then Anti and Shinju actually meet up when she's still upset about him interfering, at which she actually got a call from Yamato about the video that he's going to have her appear, but she doesn't give an answer, in which she doesn't have any intention to go to school now, in which Rika actually noticed that she didn't come, in which we knew something is going to happen on the next episode. Now, this is actually the first time a YouTube sensation actually appeared in an anime episode, and I actually cannot wait for the other two to use their Gridman forms to combine with Gridman. So in the next episode, when Shinju and Alexis create a monster, I'm so excited to wait for that transformations to appear in the anime episode. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment on what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. Till then, this is Anime Guy right here saying sign out. Laters. Oops, sorry.